Okay, now that you've practiced a couple, I just want to show you some more examples before I send you off to try your homework. So looking at B, we have our two equations, x equals 4 and y equals negative 1/2 x minus 3. So let's start with the top equation. Oops. The top equation we'll call our green equation right here. X equals 4. It only has x, meaning it's only going to go through the x-axis. So it goes through the x-axis at 4, and it's going to be a vertical line through x at 4. Our second equation is going to be our y equals positive 1/2 x minus 3. Our m is 1/2. Our b is negative 3. So I'm going to put a point at negative 3. And our slope tells us to go up 1 over 2. So up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. I'm going to keep making points until I saw where that line crossed. So you'll notice that our blue and our green line cross right here, which means that our solution is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 over and down 1. So 4 comma negative 1. Notice x equals 4 assures that whatever our solution is, our x value is going to have to be 4. So if that was a y equals 3, that means that our y would have to be 3. Okay? Our second example that I wanted to show you, the top equation, y equals 2x minus 1, is pretty straightforward. We can graph knowing our slope is 2. I'm going to make it a fraction by going 2 over 1. And our y-intercept is negative 1. So I'm going to start at negative 1. And that slope tells me to go up 2 and over 1. So up 1, 2 over 1. Up 1, 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. I'm going to create a number of points just so that I can make a pretty straight line. Our second equation is in standard form. We're going to have to change it to slope-intercept form. To do that, remember we're trying to get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. We get negative 2y equals negative 4x plus 2. I want to get y completely by itself, so I'm going to divide every term by negative 2. That leaves me with y equals negative and a negative is a positive. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 2x. Positive divided by a negative is a negative. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So our slope is going to be 2 over 1, and our b is negative 1. Interestingly enough, you're going to notice that's the same slope and the same y-intercept. So when I go to graph this at negative 1 and up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, I get the exact same points. My line is going to be the exact same thing, meaning that this answer isn't going to be a single point. Instead, it's going to be infinitely many, because any point on that line is the solution for both equations. Again, a way of shortcutting this, you'll notice that both equations have the same slope and the same y-intercept, meaning it's the same line, meaning infinitely many should be our answer. Our last problem I want to do with you, top equation is in standard form. 2x plus 5y equals 10. So we're going to get y by itself by subtracting 2x on both sides. I end up with positive 5y equals negative 2x plus 10. And I want to divide every term by 5 to get that y by itself. So once I divide it all by 5, I end up with y equals negative 2/5 x plus 2. Our m is negative 2/5, and our b is positive 2. So I'm going to start by graphing at positive 2 on the y-axis, and the slope is down 2 over 5. I'm going to go down 2 over 5 again, and I'm going to draw this line in as best I can. If I graph the other line, our second line, m is equal to negative 2/5, and b is negative 4. So I'm going to start at negative 4, and again go down 2 over 5, down 2 over 5. You should notice that when I was graphing, they had the same slope. or when you're looking at what I wrote, m is negative 2/5 for our red line, and m is negative 2/5 for our green line. If they have the same slope but different y-intercepts, what we're going to write for our solution is no solution. And the reason being, those two lines are parallel. We've talked about when lines have the same slope, they're parallel, or if lines are parallel, they have the same slope. These two lines, the green and the red, are going to stay the same distance apart. No matter how far they travel, they will never cross, so that's why there's no solution. Okay, you're going to close out Nearpod from here, and you're going to go on to the homework assignments. There are 2 IXL skills. Have a good day.